And good morning from Mountain View, California, especially at Chris Bradford Stadium, right behind the El Camino Hospital. This is St. Francis High School as the Lancers get set to take on a team they don't see too often in the East Bay. That is the California San Ramon Grizzlies. Grizzlies coming in here 2-1, 0-1 in league, lost their last time out and hoping to bounce back against St. Francis. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the visiting California Grizzlies, coached by Coach Dan Ward. Leading off, number 5, the shortstop, Logan Mendoza. Batting second, the catcher, number 7, Connor Lawrence. Third baseman, Josh Giffens, batting in the 3-hole. Cleanup, Brett Pardo, their center fielder. Batting fifth, Jake Coleman, their left fielder. Batting sixth, Tyler Colson, the right fielder. Batting seventh, number 10, Cole Chimenti, their pitcher. Batting eighth, Tanner Ruschel, the third baseman, and number 9, Brian Pella, the second baseman, batting ninth. Team is standing for the national anthem right now. Sunny day, bit of a wind blowing from right to left. Might be influencing some of the hitting. Might be seeing a little more oppo from the lefties and a little more pull from the righties. And of course, Coach McGuire of the Lancers. There you see some of the Grizzlies. And possibly the toughest conference in the East Bay, the Mountain League. There's such schools as De La Salle, Foothill, Monte Vista, San Ramon Valley. And as the Lancers get set to take the field, this is what they're going to look like today. Leading off, the number 1, Peter Halpin, number 14, verbally committed to UCLA already. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Izzy Galindo. Batting third, the pitcher, Ryan Jeffries. Batting fourth, Josh Picola. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Cole Sperling. Batting sixth, left fielder number 24, Maurice Wilmer. Batting seventh, the catcher, Cooper Ford. Batting eighth, Kevin Kamak, the third baseman. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Ryan Higgins. And Coach McGuire, he went here. He played here. He went on to go play at University of Nevada, Reno, and I got to talk to him before the game, and he says he expects to compete against Cal, as you know, California has only played a couple games coming into this, and he's hopeful that his experience, you know, being a D1 player, being here, playing here a long time ago, is going to help St. Francis. In terms of getting to the playoffs, he said, I'm focusing right now on the WCal. CCS is going to be a long-term goal, but I hope to get there. And I also got the chance to talk to Coach Ward of the Grizzlies, and he said, I like his chances in the conference, especially with the good schools. I mean, De La Salle is a recruit school, and they're 5-3 right now. Dowry Valley, who they lost to last week, 6-1. You got Foothill, 7-0, 2-0 in league. Monte Vista, 4-3, 1-0 in league. And he said he has a good chance against them. And he said their pitching is just as good as... And we're going to take a look at the Central Coast Section A standings right now. At the top, you see, of course, one of the best schools, arguably, in all of NorCal right now. That's Archbishop Mitty at 7-3. Lee High School, 6-3 second. Palo Alto, you're going to be seeing them quite a bit for the next couple of years. 7-3 right after Lee. Sacred Heart Prep, the Gators, 7-1. San Benito, Hollister Hay Balers at 8-2. Then you see St. Francis at 6-4. Los Gatos at 5-3. St. Francis 2-2 came into the year ranked number 11 according to Max Press and all of the NorCal schools, and you're taking a look at who there's in them. Valley Christian was at number 2, Bellarmine was at number 5, the Cathedral at 12, Sarah at 6, and here we go. Logan Mendoza leading off against Ryan Jeffries, and the first pitch is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Wind shifting, pushing out more towards center now. Second pitch is a fastball waved at versus strike 2. Coach Ward told me, look, Logan Mendoza is one of the guys to look out for on this team. But he's quickly in a hole 0-2. Jeffries taking a long look, and curveball's up high. You know, the thing right now I think is going to be for Mendoza to get on, put a chink in Jeffries' armor, say that he can hit him. And a fastball's just outside. You got 2-2 right now on Mendoza. California in the gray, orange and black trim. St. Francis in the white. Pinstripe pants. And a ball just low. It's now a full count. And when Jeffries being a little inconsistent, I wouldn't be surprised if Mendoza might be taking here. Mendoza wearing the high stirrups. Kicks, deals, and that's a foul straight back. The interesting thing about Bradford Stadium is it's actually a two-tiered. It's like University of San Francisco's field. The field's sunken down below, and all the seats are right on top of it, so you can actually walk behind. It's a full turf field, cutouts of the mound and home plate, and another foul by Mendoza. And he's hanging in there against Ryan Jeffries, someone who Coach McGuire told me is definitely a guy to look out for. Along with the catcher, that 1-2 battery right now is a very, very good battery. Cooper Ford and Ryan Jeffries, but Mendoza giving him a fight. 3-2 pitch up high, ball 4. Mendoza gets on, and that's going to be a good start for the Grizzlies. So Jeffries walks the first batter. Might not be too bad as he can get a ground ball, but we got to see what will happen as Connor Lawrence steps up. Lawrence, another guy who Coach Ward told me to look out for. Along with Brett Pardo, their center fielder and fourth place hitter. Lawrence, their catcher, eye black. 3/4 sleeves. Batting gloves. Having to take off a wristband. They don't allow that in high school. I wish they would. Make it a heck of a lot easier for the guys. And Jeffrey steps off. Tall left-hander. On the mound, he looks a little intimidating. First pitch, Lawrence is up high, ball 1. And Jeffries is going to have to find the zone quickly, or this could be a long day for the Lancers. Even with all the guys they have, pitching depth-wise, it's still going to be a long day. You don't want to go to the bullpen early, and that's something the Grizzlies are going to want to do. A slow pick off. Over to Picola at first base, nothing doing. And I'm wondering if the amount of games they've played is going to hurt California, but right now their patience at the plate is doing very well. Runner going, and that's fouled off. Lawrence trying to hit and run. That didn't work out that time. Mendoza going to be a very speedy guy to watch out for. One on the second pitch right there. Wonder if Coach Ward's thinking hit and run. Might not be too bad an idea with all the speed that Mendoza has. He could easily go first to third. Lawrence digs in, right-handed batter. A little bit of power, swinging a big cat 6. And curveball too high. Well, it's 2-1 right now. If you're just joining us, welcome, 0-0. You've only missed one batter. That was a walk to Logan Mendoza. 2-1 count to Jeffries, and this could be a very big pitch early in the game. And they got Mendoza, and they got him at second. Very nice feed there by Josh Picola. Running over was Izzy Galindo, the shortstop, applying the tag, and that's one out early, and that's huge for the Lancers. Quick pickoff, and a very, very good job by Jeffries. Two on, one out for Lawrence. And a little check swing number to first. Picola takes it to the bag himself, second out of the inning. Josh Picola, first name Vungakoto, big football player.
Coming to the plate, first
hoping to go to Stanford. I talked to his parents. Now batting the third hitter for the Grizzlies, and that's number 27, Josh Giffens. First pitch is a curveball, drops low from Jeffries. Something the Grizzlies definitely are going to want to do is work that pitch count. They don't have pitch limits in high school, but it still hurts. Swung on and fouled straight back to the screen. 1-1 count right there. And that was a good pitch. Giffens wearing the high banded stirrups. And off-speed pitch inside. 2-1 count. Next pitch is a fastball, and that's hit to right field. And no one's going to get that. You had three guys converging on that. You had Bacola, you had Higgins, and you had the right fielder Cole Sperling, and none of them could get that. So 2-2. And Giffens gets another chance. That's absolutely something that Ryan Jeffries could not have from the infield right then. They need to get that ball because extra outs, extra chances can hurt a team, especially in high school. Curveball, strike three on the swing. Giffens goes down. Jeffries works out early trouble, and we're going to be heading to the bottom of the second. And we will be right back. And welcome back to Chris Bradford Stadium, bottom of the first. Cole Chimente facing Petey Halpin, and the first pitch is a low strike called. Halpin, verbal commit, UCLA, 2020 grad. And time called there by Halpin. Chimente, tall righty, stirrups, and a good off-speed pitch, called strike two. Stirrups, three-quarter sleeves, working out of the windup. Gets his sign from Lawrence, and just outside, a good-looking pitch. And Halpin took that. So 1-2 here. Winds, deals, and a curveball breaks low. Looking at this Lancer lineup and the amount of just guys that apparently have committed already, it's a little scary to be facing this, and Chimente's going right at them. Little chopper, hit to second base, and that's going to be no play. Halpin beats it out on a ball hit to number 9, Brian Pella. So just like Jeffries in the first, Chimente's going to be running into a little bit of trouble. And now the shortstop, Izzy Galindo, coming up. Galindo small, white New Balance, stirrups, black batting gloves. First two guys in the Lancer lineup are not exactly what you'd call tall. But sometimes height doesn't mean everything. And a nice bunt. And they're only going to get one on that. Excellent sacrifice by Galindo. Halpin moves up to second. And that's good baseball right there. Good call by Coach McGuire.
Number 19, Ryan Jeffries.
Right side was not looking for it, so he had a green light. Halpin in second, one out. And now Ryan Jeffries, the pitcher, struggled a little in the first, walked Mendoza, but then picked him off. Lawrence on a tapper, and then got a strikeout on Giffens. Let's see how I can do at the plate. And the first pitch, fastball low for a strike. St. Francis fans not happy. Good spot, though, by Chimente. I mean, he's locating down early. He's not going to get hurt much. Lancer going to have to capitalize on all the mistakes he gets. Second pitch, almost the exact same location, called strike two. And Lawrence wants to go talk to Chimente. I wonder if the sun is bright right into the catcher and the home plate umpire. And I'm wondering if Chimenti's not getting the signs as clearly as Lawrence wants them to. Anyway, Jeffrey's in a hole 0-2. Actually, they gave an error to Pella on that play. I said it was a hit. Kick deal. That ball's hit down the left field line, and that's going to be in. That's going to be a run, and that's into the corner. Halpin scores. Jeffrey's on his second, and the first run of the game is scored by the WCal Lancers. That's just a good bit of hitting, taking it the other way. As a midway pitch, he got a barrel on it and just punched it down the line. That's all you can ask for in that situation. Excellent hitting, and they still are threatening with only one out. And now Josh Picola, the big first baseman, stepping in. Looking at him from where I am, he looks even bigger than he seems. Black batting gloves, swinging a big bat, black helmet. He looks like a right-handed Babe Ruth. Well, Chimenti in some trouble right now. You could walk around him, but then you got Cole Sperling right after. First pitch, and that's fouled off. Cole a little early on it. But he seemed a little early, but he got all barrel on that. Do not want to give him another shot. He will put one out. The high wall on left's only 325, and then it slopes back to the 380, the deepest part of the yard, in left center. Second pitch is a fastball, and that's a drive out into the deep part of the yard, and you can kiss it goodbye, Josh Picola. A long home run to give the Lancers a 3-0 lead. I said I want to give him another pitch like that, and they did, and he got burned. And the big man touches them all. 3-0 Lancers. Two curveballs. Chimenti had him out in front on the first one. Then he threw the second one, and Picola was sitting on it. And now Cole Sterling gonna bat one out and nobody on. And if you're one of the assistant coaches for California, you cannot be too unpleased. That was just a good bit of hitting on a curveball. Unfortunately, it stayed up a little more, I think, than Chimenti wanted. A fastball up and away for ball one. That was hit out to the deepest part of the yard. That was at least 390 feet. That's a bit of a shot. Second pitch is low, so it's a 2-0 count. So Chimenti having a little bit of problems early. Still nothing the Grizzlies can't come back from. Third pitch is a fastball right there for strike one. If he can bounce back at the last 2 outs and get the Grizzlies back into it, hopefully he can do that. 2-1 pitch is a fastball, and that's shot, and that's going to be a single out to left field. Overthrow the cutoff man, but Sperling ain't going anywhere. Man on first, still only one out, and Maurice Wilmer, the left fielder, coming up. And time called, and well, here comes Coach Ward out to talk to Chimenti. Being joined by Lawrence, Brian Pella, Logan Mendoza out there, along with third baseman Tanner Rushell. And he's been locating somewhat well, Chimenti. I mean, first inning, he got a quick out on a bunt, but then a double and a home run and another single have hurt him. And our first pitch is off the outside for a ball. Maurice Wilmer is 6'1", 190 junior. Big forearms, waves the bat back and forth. Second pitch high and away again. And I think Chimenti's pitching a little timid, and that is something he cannot do right now. If the Grizzlies want to get back into this, he's got to get a ground ball and get them to turn two. 2-0 pitch. That's high and away. Backdoor at first, and Wilmer's back in there. My bad, Sperling. Good idea by Lawrence, though. So 3-0. And Wilmer's probably got the take on, and that's a get me over pitch, and that's a strike. If you're just joining us, you've missed a couple of runs by the Lancers and a pickoff, and Sperling going nowhere. Chimenti really slowing the game down. Well, 3-1 to Wilmer, and a mighty cut, strike two. He was a little late on it. So 3-2, might see Sperling take off. Coach McGuire might be up for testing Connor Lawrence. That's just outside, ball four. Chimenti, and the Grizzlies didn't think so, but that's going to be 2 on for Cooper Ford.
Coming to the plate, catcher number 47, Cooper Ford.
Ward taking a bit of time to get to the plate. Finally, it comes out of the dugout. Sperling at second, Wilmer at first, still only 1 out, and Chimenti in a lot of trouble right now. Bit of a crouch, and the first pitch is a curveball in the dirt, 1-0. If you walk forward and get to Kamak, I don't know what Coach Ward's going to be doing at that point. He's going to have to get a pitcher up. That point, Chimenti is just struggling early. And a fake pick to second. Yeah, Chimenti is really slowing this game down. Trying to get his tempo back. Chimenti 5'11", 165, and that's through into left. And they're going to hold Sperling at third. That's a nice single by Cooper Ford. So bases loaded, 1 out for the 8th place hitter, Kevin Kamak.
Third baseman number 18, Kevin Kamak.
Chance for the Lancers to do a lot of damage early against a team in one of the better East Bay conferences. First pitch, Kamak, that's fouled violently off towards the St. Francis dugout on the third base side. He was a little late on that, so that might be something good for Chimenti. Grizzlies have a very, very small roster. Tallest player, they got 2 6'3" gentlemen and a 6'5" player. That's 1-1 on the low pitch. And a 6'5" is Brian Friedel, right-handed pitcher in first base, a senior, 6'5", 225. But all eyes right now on Chimenti. 1-1 to Kevin Kamak, lefty, big guy, and he takes another cut and fouls that off. So you got a 1-2 count. If Chimenti can get 2 outs without allowing any more in, that's going to be a huge confidence boost. One, 2 pitch coming up. And another foul is an off-speed pitch. He has a little hit on that. Chimenti having to really labor through a very long first inning. 1-2 pitch. That's just a bit low. Nice frame by Connor Lawrence, but the umpire wasn't going for it. 2-2 pitch coming up. Schmente staring in, finally gets and the pitch. And that's fouled off again to the football stadium that's right behind Chris Bradford Stadium. 8th batter of the inning for the Lancers, and they are showing all being in the W Cal right now. 2-2 pitch and a good off-speed pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Kamak goes down, second out of the inning. And now the 9th place hitter and second baseman Ryan Higgins.
Coming to the plate, second baseman, number 3, Ryan Higgins.
Higgins, a senior, 6'1", 185. Playing second today, can play in both the infield and the outfield. Very upright stance. First pitch, and a mighty cut from Higgins for strike 1. Higgins looks like he's trying to launch the ball, which on this field is not necessarily a bad thing. That turf is going to help it. It's going to keep rolling. Mechie checks runner at third. Second pitch, fouled off to the right. That's into the parking lot. Schmente ahead early 0-2. To the 6'1" senior. Pitch coming up. Reached for, and that's hit to second. Easy pickup throw to first. They get out of the inning with moderate damage. Only 3 coming on the double by Jeffries and the big Josh Picola 2-run home run. Going into the second, it's Lancers 3 and the Grizzlies nothing. KMVT Sports would like to thank our sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. Massage can change your mental and physical state, inspire you to give power and energy to solutions. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. If you're just joining us, you missed a bit of an exciting bottom of the first inning. Lancers scored 3. Error by Halpin, sacrifice by Galindo, double by Jeffries, and then the big knockout punch in the first, a 2-run homer over the 380 marker by Josh Picola. Lancers went on to load him, but left him loaded after Kamak struck out, and Higgins grounded out to second. Top of the second, and leading off for the Grizzlies is going to be number 18, the center fielder, Brett Pardo. Tall, skinny, slight bend in the knees. And the first pitch is a little bit of a late call, but Jeffries gets the strike. Looked like it was a little up and away. That's right. Second pitch is a curveball. That's a beauty. That's snapping right down from 12 to 6 like the old Barry Zito curveballs. And then Jeffries gets a strike 2. 0-2. Jeffries working quickly. Third is another curveball, and that's a good smother by Cooper Ford. And that's these are the 2 of the guys who Coach McGuire told me before the game that Grizzlies want to look out for. 1-2, high fastball, nothing doing. Pardo taking that. 2-2 pitch coming. That's slowing away. Full count. Pardo's worked it from 0-2 back to 3-2. That's definitely something the Grizzlies have wanted to do. You want You want to give a punch right back after getting shut down. And that's fouled off down the line, and that's going to be out of play. That was being pursued by Sperling, but that was way out. Pardo given a second chance. White and black undershirt on for Pardo. Jeffries doesn't have a sign he wants. Finally gets it, and that's up top, ball 4. So a nice bit of batting by Pardo. He saw 7 pitches, and that's going to be his second base runner of the game for the Grizzlies. And that started just like last inning. Logan Mendoza lids off a walk, then he got picked. So Pardo is definitely not going to want to get picked, and up steps the left fielder, Jake Coleman. Coleman, a 6'1", 175 junior. Very upright stance, and takes the first pitch of fastball for a strike. Right there, you saw Cooper Ford telling Kamak to move in. Preparation for the bunt. Not a bad idea, trying to get Pardo over to second. Pardo has some speed. Nice bunt, but bunting right out in front. Ford, throw to second is a little high and wild. And the Grizzlies, when they're giving the Lancers an out, end up getting first and second. Bit of a wild throw there from Ford. And that allows Pardo to get into second. Coleman didn't put down the greatest of bunts right out in front. He wanted to get that a little farther from the plate, but it ended up working, so I think the Grizzlies will take it. So 2 on, no out. And Tyler Colson, the right fielder, up. Long hair. And he takes a pitch just a little high for a ball. And time being called by Coach Ward. He wants to talk to Colson. Might we be seeing a bunt play being put on? I have no idea. But Ward wants something done. Anything to get a run against the Lancers and get his team right back into this. Chimenti had a very long first inning if you weren't watching. Halpin reached on an error. Galindo sacrificed him. A Jeffries double and then a Picola home run. And you're sitting at 3-0 right now. And offered at a bunt and didn't get it, so that's a strike. After the Picola home run, Sperling single, a walk, a single, and then luckily for the Grizzlies, a strikeout and a 4-3 to get out of it with very limited damage. But Jeffries trying to get a play down, and the second pitch is also a strike. Good curveball up and in. Colson didn't think so, and he's looking back at the home plate umpire and asking where that was. So 1-2. Jeffries trying to get an out, which would keep the ground ball double play in order. 1-2 is fouled. Had a decent cut, got a little under it though. Colson followed by Chimenti and then Rochelle. Pella if they can get one more on. And then back to the top. Jeffries has a sign he wants, Diggs, and that's just a little low. Jeffries thought he had that. Most of the Lancer fans thought he had that. Ford thought he had it. Umpire disagreeing with all of them. So 2-2 count here to Tyler Colson. That's just a bit inside. Full count to Colson. He's definitely has the green light here. As Jeffrey's going to try to work out of trouble. Payoff pitch, and that's hit right back up the middle, but right to shortstop. There's one, throws to first, not in time. Galindo to Higgins, they get the out at second, so they keep the ground ball double play in order, but they only get the one. as the return throw to Picola pulled him off. So now the pitcher, Cole Chimenti, will be batting.
California. The pitcher, number 10, Cole Chimenti.
And we see one of the coaches for St. Francis going out to talk to Jeffries. He's talking about Jeffries, left-handed pitcher and infielder, 6'2" senior, 185. Looks a little taller when he's on the mound. Now the umpire going out to break up the conference, but they just broke it up. Ward was talking to Chimenti during that. And I wonder if they're going to be sending Colson. Not a bad idea. Try to get into a pickle, get a run across. Anything for Chimenti. First pitch is a bunt, but right back at the plate, and he's a dead duck. Home plate. And they got him, so a suicide squeeze. Failed to work. Pardo forced it home. And first and second for the Grizzlies as Tanner Rushell comes up. Rushell, 5'8", sorry, my bad. No, he's a 5'8", 165 senior. Lots of very short gentlemen on this Grizzlies team.
Third base number 12, Tanner Rushell.
Ex-name Brian Friedel and a couple others. They're all under 6 foot. First pitch is a called strike. If Jeffries can get out of this, no runs. That would be very huge for the Lancers. Second pitch, beauty of a curveball. That's strike 2. Oh, 2 outs for Rushell. Jeffries has the sign he liked. Fastball, that's ripped foul off one of the light poles they have here at Chris Bradford Stadium. One of the only fields, actually, in local high school area that actually has lights. So they're trying to get a night game in, apparently, later in the week. First and second, 2 outs. Jeffries, he's up in the count 0-2. Takes a quick peek at second. Another curveball, and that's hit right to third, and that's going to be easy put out. Lancers get out of a bit of a jam. We're heading to the bottom of the second, and it is still 3-0 Lancers. And welcome back to Chris Bradford Stadium in Mountain View, California. Just behind the El Camino Hospital is the campus of St. Francis High School, part of the West Catholic Athletic League. If you've missed the first inning and change, well, we had a bit of an interesting bottom of the first inning. 3-run outburst from the Lancers on 3 hits and 2 Grizzly errors. And we're back to the top of the order, and Peter Halpin is leading off again. Last time got on via an error. And Cole Chimenti is going to try not to have that happen again. He'd love to get a shutdown inning and get the Grizzlies back into it. Had a bit of a long inning, actually ended up getting a couple guys on, but nothing was coming of that. First pitch, Halpin grounds to second. Easy play, and they get the first out quickly. Very nice job by Brian Pella on the ground ball. This turf field, it plays a lot differently than a lot of fields in the East Bay. A lot of fields in the East Bay I've played at Richmond, El Sobrante, De Anza High School, and Albany, mostly grass, little uncapped. So they're actually probably viewing the turf as an upgrade because it's a very smooth bounce. 1 pitch, 1 out for Chimenti. Second pitch is a curveball that's in the dirt. Excellent take by Galindo. Izzy Galindo, 5'7", 140 junior, listed as an infielder and catcher. Second pitch, Chimenti is a bit outside. Yeah, that's a good fastball. That's 2-1. Chimenti and the Grizzlies would love a win against a team ranked 76th in the state. That's a good pitch called strike 2. Galindo not happy with it, but that's the umpire's restriction for you. You never know what you're going to get. Chimenti, 2-2 pitch, and a good smother by Connor Lawrence. That's excellent blocking ability right there. So payoff pitch coming up to Galindo. And that's just off the corner, and that's a walk to Galindo. So back up to Jeffries. First inning, if you missed it, Ryan Jeffries hit a shot that landed just inside the left field line and bounced away and ended up getting the first run of the game for the Lancers. He ended up getting in a second and later scored on the Josh Picola home run. He'd love to do it again. 1-for-1 so far. Chimenti having some trouble again. First pitch, fastball, and that's hit to third. They get the out at second, or no, they didn't get him at second. They got him at first, so a fielder's choice for Jeffries. I was certain they had him at second. Throw was white there. I wonder if they're saying he pulled him off the line. So now Josh Picola, 1-for-1, big home run back in the first to cap the 3-run inning. And he'd love to launch another one. This field, almost no wind. It actually is going to be playing a bit to him. Big, strong, and powerful. And they intentionally walking Picola. I as a baseball player myself, I understand it completely. You don't want him launching another one.
That's the intentional walk.
Now Cole Sterling.
Number 7, Cole Sperling.
Sperling had a single after a Picola home run in the first, and another single here is probably going to drive in a run. Got Galindo with speed on second. Lefty, no batting gloves. Athletic tape around the both wrists, and the first pitch is a fastball for called strike. Sperling on the back of his helmet has got tape and the sign of a cross and the American flag right below it. Calls time. Chimenti back on. Would love a ground ball right now. Chimenti kicks and look over a second. Chimenti is just trying to get out of the inning. Again, a lot of base runners. And this field, I've been here a couple of times. It plays more like a pitcher's ballpark, but when the wind kicks up, it definitely turns into a hitter's ballpark. Chimenti, that's fouled almost straight back. 0-2 quickly on Cole Sperling. Two down. Sperling would love to get a hit right here. Trying to knock Chimenti out of the game. Looks over at second, and a big curveball, and that gets by. And that's going to move everybody up. Wild pitch there by Chimenti, and Lawrence couldn't hang on, so now even better. Ground ball will score, that gets through, is going to score 2 runs. So an added bonus on that. It also is going to limit what Chimenti might throw here, 1-2. Looks the runner at third, kicks, deals, big curveball, and that's fouled back.
You got him now. You time him now.
Galindo, the runner at third. Picola, intentionally walked, is on second. And Sperling would love to get another hit here. 2 RBIs are definitely going to help. Here's the pitch. That's up top. And Chimenti not finding his zone. Had it early. And then a walk to Galindo. Fielder's choice for Jeffries. Intentional walk to Picola, and now Sperling. Two-two pitch. And that's reached for and fouled off. These are just excellent at bats right now by the Lancers. Making Chimenti work long first inning, and now another, not as many batters, but it's going to be just about as long as second inning. And that's hit, and that's through. Galindo scored, and they're going to hold Picola at third on a single by Cole Sperling. Makes it 4-0 Lancers. Cole all smiles on third, looking at Sperling.
Left fielder, number 24, Maurice Wilmer.
And now Maurice Wilmer drew a walk last time. And a walk now is going to load the bases, and that's definitely going to get Coach Ward's wheels turning. He's going to have to go find a guy to take over. Got Asher Golden, got Tyler Colson, Boucher, Huffman, Fuller, McKeon. And that's a hit, and that's going to get another run in. Maurice Wilmer with a single in the left. That makes it 5-0. Well, a couple of hits. And you got the catcher, Cooper Ford.
On your place, catcher, number 47, Cooper Ford.
And Coach Ward's got to be thinking about something. He has got to get Chimenti out of there in a hurry. And a good pitch is called strike. And we're just looking, I mean, maybe they try to get Brian Friedel, 6'5". He's their tallest pitcher. You might want to bring him in just to kind of intimidate the Lancers a little bit, though they're probably not going to take anything. We'll look back to second, nothing there. Sperling is not running. Gets their lead. Ford, bit of a crouch, holds the bat almost right over his back shoulder, and that's a drive into center, and that's going to get a couple more home. Bounces up and over. 2 runs are going to score. Or make that only 1 on the ground rule double by Cooper Ford. Drives in Sperling. Wilmer forced back to third on that. But another run in, it's 6-0. Lancers putting a pounding on the Grizzlies out of San Ramon, California. And that's got to be all for Chimenti right now. Just a long double. 1 hopping over the wall. And they're changing them out. Connor Lowe, the 5'11" lefty junior, is coming in to pitch. To face Kamak. We'll be right back after this.
Are you bringing me water?
And Connor Lowe is set to face Kevin Kamak, the third baseman. 8th hitter in this inning, just like last inning. And that's hit right to Pell. He's got a bit of a long play at first, and they got him at first just barely. Lancer's not happy, but Lowe does his job to get out of the inning. Only 3 runs again. And a word from our sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. They help fund us here at KMVT. Massage has been proven to reduce stress and improve well-being. Healthier and happier employers do better work. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing.
That for California will be the 9, 1, and 2 spots. Pella, Mendoza, and Lawrence.
Brian Pella to lead off against Ryan Jeffries here in the top of the third.
Second baseman number 9, Brian Pella.
A lot of people here, especially being a weekday game. First pitch fouled off by Pella. But when you got a ranked team and a team that's been consistently very good, especially in the West Catholic Athletic League, you definitely are going to want to come see them even on a school day. Wind blowing from right to left. Second pitch, that's just a good pitch. Old strike 2. Lancers up 6-0. Just 2 big innings. First in the bottom of the first, Ryan Jeffries double and a Josh Piccola home run. Curveball fouled off right back to the screen to give the Lancers 3. And then Chimenti had another long inning, bottom of the second. A walk to Galindo. Intentional walk to Piccola. 2 singles and a double, and that was all. 1.26 runs given up. And a high fastball is swung on and missed Brian Pella. Second of the day for Jeffries, and we get back around to the top of the order, and Logan Mendoza, the shortstop.
Coming to play, shortstop number 5, Logan Mendoza.
Mendoza, a junior, listed at 5'9", 165. Haven't seen much of him in the field, but it doesn't help when the Lancers have just been putting everything in the outfield. First pitch is a beauty of a curveball, and that's called strike 1. There was a slight crouch. Second pitch, and that's actually hit into the right center gap. That's caught by Peter Halpin. That's out number 2. Connor Lawrence come to second time. Last time, ground ball straight to Piccola, 3 unassisted, 0 for 1 on the day.
Now batting, catcher number 7, Connor
Right,
Lawrence.
white arm sleeve on his right arm, athletic tape on his left, his catching arm. And the first pitch is a curveball in the dirt, taken by Lawrence. Lawrence listed at 6', 175. He's a junior. A lot of the California team of juniors, that's the curveball again, just a little low. A lot of juniors, they have a lot of people returning next year. They're only losing 7 players. 2-0 pitch, and that's a cut, and that's fouled back. He was actually on time with that. It was a good cut for Lawrence.
When's your last day of school?
2-1 count. Jeffries kicks, deals. That's just a beauty of an off-speed pitch. He's been locating that all night. That curveball breaking the straight down 12-6. If I'm Lawrence, I'm sitting that, looking and then I'm going to react fastball. Speaking of the fastball, blew it right by Lawrence, 3rd strikeout. That one looking. And Ryan Jeffries is cruising through 3 innings. Almost no damage being done by the Grizzlies. Heading into the bottom of the 3rd, 6-0 Lancers. You're seeing right there the back of the football fields here at St. Francis. Definitely showing home of the Lancers. Connor Lowe still pitching. Lefty with a bit of a herky-jerky delivery, 5'11", 155. And he'll be facing Higgins, Halpin, and Galindo. in this inning. Let's just break down how the game's gone so far. So Grizzlies have been had in the top of the second, got some guys on, but nothing doing. Ryan Jeffries shutting them down. On the other hand, Cole Chimenti, long bottom of the first for 3 runs, long bottom of the second for 3 more. Low came in, got the last out, got Kamak. 0 runs, 2 no hits, 2 errors for the Grizzlies. 6 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Lancers. Lancers showing all of they can right now. First pitch is up. Right side has room and it drops foul. Colson and Giffen's giving chase on that. Ryan Higgins, 6'1", 185 senior. Elbow guard, sweatband, arm sleeve on his left, athletic tape on his right. Low comes set and a curveball just up top. Very low zone being called by home plate umpire today. He's not been giving much belt high. He's calling more bottom of the knees. Something the pitchers have to figure out. Second pitch, that's a good curveball on the outside corner there by Lowe. Higgins taken all the way. That broke right back to the outside, so 1-2 count for Lowe. Wearing 3/4 sleeves. That's reached for, and that's hit right up the middle. Ryan Higgins, 1 for 2 on the day. And he's on. That's another base runner.
Coming to the plate, center field, number 14, Peter Halpin.
12th base runner of the day for the Lancers. In comparison, the Grizzlies have only had 2. A lot of work for this Grizzlies team. Low looking at Higgins. Fake steal, and that's up top, ball 1. Peter Halpin, only a sophomore, 1 of 2 this year on St. Francis. No freshman, and then everyone else is a junior and a senior. And that's taking second pitch for a ball. Correction about the sophomores, there's 3 of them. It was just informed by a gentleman passing by. Low pitch on the corner, that's a call, strike 2. Halpin wearing the white 3/4 sleeves. Waving the bat back and forth. Curveball, that's fouled straight back. Defensive cut right there by Halpin. And Higgins was almost at second. And Halpin ready again. Facing low. 2-2. And pitch outside. Fills the count up. Lancers doing an excellent job right now of making this Grizzlies pitching staff work. Payoff pitch, that's in the dirt, ball 4. Higgins now on second, Halpin on first. Izzy Galindo coming up, possibly a sacrifice state of mind? Or is Coach McGuire going to let him swing away?
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Izzy Galindo.
Okay, Izzy.
So Galindo digging in. His chance to do some damage. 0-for-0, walking a sacrifice, and that's another well job done. Only play is to first. And I think they got him there. They got him there. So 2 sacrifices and a walk for Galindo, doing a very good job. And leaving it up to Jeffries, Picola, and Sperling to get these runs in.
Now batting pitcher number 19, Ryan.
Jeffries with a double and a fielder's choice. 1 for 2. Pitching a gem, though. Only allowing 2 Grizzlies to reach base so far. That was on a walk and an error. First pitch in the dirt, smothered by Lawrence. This backstop, yes, it is padded, but there's brick right behind the pad, so you could expect some interesting kicks off of that. Lawrence trying to keep Higgins at third. 1-0 pitch, 1 out. That's hit. Right to short. Looks Higgins back. And Mendoza fires on to Giffens. Second out of the inning. Not what Jeffries wanted to do, but now, interesting scenario. Picola up.
Coming to the plate, number 3, number 25. First
1 home run.
Picola.
Intentional walk last time. Are they going to intentionally walk him to load the bases? Or are they going to pitch to Picola and they're going to walk him again? They really do not want to face Josh Picola right now.
Again, after the intentional walk, coming to plate, right fielder number 7, Cole Sperling.
I think Sperling right now has got to be feeling like Benito Santiago. It's like, okay, we're going to walk Barry Bonds. We'll get the bases loaded. Oh, wait, we have this guy to deal with. Two down for Sperling. Facing low. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Lower in the high black socks. Charcoal and black undershirt. Second pitch, nasty curveball, and Sperling out in front on it for strike 1. No runs is a bonus for the Grizzlies. Having to face a very talented, very good, very competitive Lancers team. Low trying to get out of it. With 2 outs. Second pitch is a curveball just up top. And Coach Ward not liking that. He thought it was right there. It looked good from where I'm sitting, but I don't have the greatest of angles. 2-1 pitch, and that's a strike. Good pitch by Lowe in the outside corner. Sperling's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Love to get another one here. That pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Lawrence. Full count. Ace is full. Everyone's going on the pitch. Runners go. That's a high fly ball to left. Under it's Coleman. He's got it. Sperling retired, and so are the Lancers. No runs. They leave them loaded. Heading to the top of the 4th. Still 6-0 Lancers. And just a bit of information in Max Prep's top 30 NorCal schools in the preseason. St. Francis ranked number 11. Matt McGuire having to navigate through the WCal this year, that's a little harsh. Nipro Sarah at 6. Right behind St. Francis is the Cathedral. You got Valley Christian and Bellarmine at 2 and 5 respectively. And a first hit right back up the middle. Nice single there from Josh Giffens. Third base runner of the day for the Grizzlies.
Coming to the plate, center fielder number 18, Brett Pardo.
So Brett Pardo hitting with the guy on, and that was straight back at Jeffries. Had to duck out of the way. And a bit of a substitution. Giffen's coming out. He's being replaced by Nikos Strovopoulos, 5'10", 165 outfielder. Pinch running. Nice play, only plays to first, and Picola gets him, so moves the runner up. And he's going to be leaving it up to Jake Coleman.
Coming to the plate, left fielder number 21, Jake Coleman.
And Coach Ward trying to get a run any way he can, even if that means he's going to have to take some of his better players out. Jeffries does have a 6-run cushion. He can pitch a little more aggressively. And first pitch is outside. Good take there from Coleman. Holds the bat almost straight up. Very tall stance. Jeffries looking at second, finally kicks and deals, and that's a pitch. Looks a little high, but the ump calls it strike one. Galindo going over some signs with Jeffries. Jeffries doing a very good job. Only 3 runners so far have reached for the Grizzlies. That's a curveball up top. Hasn't thrown much besides the fastball and the curveball today. Hasn't needed his other pitches. And that's showing that he's been a very efficient pitcher with just 2 pitches. Stavropoulos at second, and a cut and a miss by Coleman. A 2-2 count. 1 out. Grizzlies with their first hit. Trying to get a run any way they can. Pitch high, fastball is taken. Coleman is run it full. If Coleman gets a pitch he likes, he's going to take a rip at it. Jeffries sets the pitch high. Fastball struck him out. 3rd of the evening. Make that the 4th. And that's 3 swinging strikeouts.
Number 1, Tyler Colson.
And now Tyler Colson. 0 for 1, fielder's choice. Last time up. Jeffries love a ground ball to get out of the inning. And a big curveball taken inside. Again, many of the Lancer fans here disagreeing with that. It's a good curveball, and the umpire's been calling that most of the day. Call the ball this time. Absolutely no movement in the Lancer bullpen. They're going to be riding Ryan Jeffries' arm until it falls off. That's a pitch up and away, ball 2. Colson, long brown hair flowing out of his batting helmet. Full black sleeves. Black and white batting gloves. And that's a pitch, and that's hit into center field. Ward was sending Stavropoulos, but held him up. That's a single. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. For Connor Lowe, the pitcher. Lowe for 1, called out looking on strikes last time. And Cooper Ford out to have a word with Ryan Jeffries.
Now batting, pitcher number 8, Connor Lowe.
Lowe again, not wearing any batting gloves. Not a lot of guys do no batting gloves anymore. Many have gone to batting gloves, and the first pitch is a low strike. Before giving a first and third sign. Low trying to get the first run in, and that's a hit, and that is knocked down. No play. First run of the game to the Grizzlies, and we're waiting for the scoring on that. And they give Connor Lowe a hit. It's 6-1. And first and second for the Grizzlies, and the first chink in Ryan Jeffries' armor we've seen all day. Absolutely dominating the Grizzlies, and now let the first run in. First pitch a little high. To Rochelle. If you're just joining us, 6-1, top of the fourth, 2 out. St. Francis leading. And a mighty cut foul straight back to the screen. If Jeffries can get out of this with only the one run, that'll be a big boost for the Lancers. And Rochelle just called time there. He's working very well. He's trying to make Jeffries' pitch to him, his timing, not to Jeffries' timing. High set, kicks, deals, and that's up top. Backdoor throw to first, and did not get low on that. So 2-1 count here to Rochelle. And he's probably got the green light. Facing Ryan Jeffries, 6'2". Pitcher, and that's a ball. That's hit, and that drops. And you're gonna have a play at the plate, or actually not. Nice defensive work by the Lancers. And Coulson had to hurry back to third. A strong throw from Petey Halpin out there in center. I think I understand now why he's verbally committed to UCLA. That's a single. So we got the bases loaded for Brian Pella, and a big chance for the Grizzlies to actually score a couple and make it a game. Pella wearing the orange and black batting gloves, camo batting helmet. Facing Jeffries. First pitch just outside. Could not have missed by too much. That's up top, ball 2. Jeffries has a 2-0. That's inside, but that's a called strike. Pella moving out of the way. But a nice frame there by Cooper Ford. And that's fouled back to the right. So 2-2, 2 outs. for Jeffries, trying to limit the damage. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Jeffries in a bit of a bind. He rocks and deals, and that is called strike 3. And Ryan Jeffries works out of a bit of a jam. Make that 5 strikeouts for the lefty. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it is 6-1 Lancers.
That's a quest in life.
And a bit of a defensive substitution for the Grizzlies, as they've got Sean Banks going in to play first base after they took Giffens out for a pinch runner, who ultimately scored the first run of the game for the Grizzlies. And Lowe getting the final warm-up tosses here. And Maurice Wilmer going to be leading off. Wilmer with a single his last time up, and a walk before that. So he's 1 for 1 with the walk. They're now officially announcing Banks coming in. Sean Banks, 6'2", 200, a senior. Umpire saying he has to deal with the paperwork apparently to Wilmer and to Lawrence. I understand. I've umpired too, and you really have a lot of paperwork. It's like after the game, you have all the lineups. Luckily for me, I didn't have to have too much, but I understand where he's coming from. Soloto face Wilmer. Lefty-righty matchup. And the first pitch is a beauty of an off-speed pitch, and that's a called strike. And I think what Coach Ward said about the early games possibly hurting the Grizzlies is coming true. The second pitch is cut on and missed. I totally get where he's coming from. Not playing a lot of games early can disrupt a team's momentum, as that's cut on and missed for strike 3. Wilmer goes down, first strikeout of the night for Lowe.
Coming to the plate, catcher number 47, Cooper Ford.
Now Cooper Ford. Single in the first. Double in the second. 2 for 2, and he bunted at it and fouled it straight back. With the extended cheek protector, much like Giancarlo Stanton does with the Yankees now, after being traded from the Marlins. Wearing the pitch collar on his left arm, takes an outside curveball for a ball. Slight wind. The wind in this field has been changing the entire game. It was breezing very strong at the start and is now lessened up. Comebacker right to Lowe. And a little bit of an interesting play as Banks had to come off to field it, but that's now 2 down. So now Kevin Kamak coming up.
Third baseman number 18, Kevin Kamak.
Kamak. Grounded out last time and struck out his first time up. So 0 for 2, hoping to get a hit, and takes a curveball for strike 1. Kamak listed at 6'1", 180. Left-handed hitter, big junior. And he takes that pitch up top for ball 1. White batting gloves, small crouch, swings at an off-speed pitch, and he missed that. He was out in front. Good curveball for 1-2. If Lowe can get out of this, no runs, that is a huge step in the right direction for the Grizzlies. 1-2. And he offered at it. Ball in the dirt, dugout. Lawrence fires onto Banks, and that's 3 outs. Grizzlies put up another 0, and that's what they need right now. End of 4, 6-1 Lancers.
Massage company, and we bring massage therapy and yoga to the corporate workplace. We started this business in order to bring more awareness to corporations for health and wellness. This is a nice perk that they can offer their employees, and it says, hey, we care about your well-being. We look forward to bringing massage therapy and yoga into your corporate workplace.
Leading off, shortstop, number 5, Logan Mendoza.
And welcome back to Chris Bradford Stadium, top of the 5th inning. Logan Mendoza of the California San Ramon Grizzlies leading off. Been a and that's lined right down the line, but foul. Mendoza walked his first time up and then got picked off. Ryan Jeffries right now pitching an absolute gem. A curveball misses up. 1 run, 4 hits allowed. The entire game. It's been a very good job. And that ball's hit. That's hit a ton. Halpin out, and it's going to be off the wall towards the right of the 370 marker. Logan Mendoza has speed. He's going to be into second with a double. Mendoza annihilated that pitch. It was up. He was looking for it and just took it to center, and Halpin had to track it down. And another scoring chance for the Grizzlies. Have not had many in this game, and Connor Lawrence, their catcher. And that hit him. So now a bit of a problem. Jeffrey's still pitching very well, but 2 early runners on, no one out. And now Sean Bangs to replace Giffins in the 4th. Bangs 6'2", 200 pounds, large right-handed hitter. Evo Shield wrist guard on his forearm. White batting gloves, black helmet. Wearing the low pants. First pitch is a changeup, and Banks out in front of it. He was not looking changeup first pitch. Second pitch is a curveball. That misses up top, 1-1. Yeah, once again, if one is here and they're trying to figure out the wind in this stadium, good luck, because it just keeps changing. It's almost as bad as Comerica Park, where there's a flag out on a building, and if you want to know the wind, you look there. That pitch foul off, high fastball, Banks right on top of it. Jeffrey's trying, hopefully hit a double play ball. A little bit of action in the Lancers bullpen. They got a right-hander up. Banks. Curveball struck him out. And no one's going to be advancing. Great block by Cooper Ford. And another strikeout, the 6th of the night. for Ryan Jeffries, just absolutely on fire. And
Pinch hitting, number
now we got a
11,
pinch
Justin
hitter
Bernard.
for Brett Pardo. We got Justin Bernard going in. First pitch, fastball up top. Bernard has a little bit of scruff. Black batting helmet, white and black gloves, low pants. Sorry, make that high stirrups. Second pitch, fastball's taken. Throw over to third, and they got, and he's called safe. And that's an excellent double steal by Mendoza and Lawrence. So second and third, one out. And the pitching coach for St. Francis going out, definitely trying to buy some time. He's warming the bullpen. He's not throwing right now. I think this is just the, Jeffries, do you want to finish the inning? Pitching an absolute gem. 4.1 with 6 Ks, 5 hits and a run given up. Can't ask for too much more out of this man. So now let's see if Justin Bernard can do some damage. 5'8", 155, a senior. See if he can do some damage. Try to get the Grizzlies back into this. Pitches a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Taking all the way at 2-0 is not a bad idea. Now Jeffrey's going to see what he can do. Kicks and deals, and a curveball is just a beauty. That's strike 2 called. Ryan Jeffries working on an absolute gem and a bit of pickle right now. With second and third and only one out. 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. To my right. Coming to you live from Chris Bradford Stadium. Chris Bradford, one of the best coaches that St. Francis ever had. Getting a stadium after you is a pretty big achievement. Ryan Jeffries trying to work out of a pickle right now. 2-2 pitch is a big curveball taken for strike 3. And Justin Bernard not happy with that. Big looping curveball just blocked right back into the middle. Bernard thought it was too high. And looks like we might have another pinch hitter.
Number 19, Mark Balazza. I'm sorry.
No, Mark Balazza, pinch hitting for Coleman. And first pitch, a called ball. Balazza, 5'9", 170. He's junior. And second pitch is a called strike. Balazza nodding his head down at Coach Ward, telling him, hey, I saw that pitch, wasn't what my liking. He's seen one now from Jeffries. Actually, he's seen 2, 1 strike and a ball. Jeffries looking into forward, and the big lefty deals, and he hits one foul, and that's on to the football field for strike 2. 7 strikeouts right now. For Jeffries. Plaza in a 1-2 hole right now. Would love to get a run for the Grizzlies right now. High fastball struck him out. 8 strikeouts for the lefty. And we're going to be heading in the top of this bottom of the fifth. St. Francis still up 6-1. Which one do you want me to read out first?
We're a mobile massage company, and we bring massage therapy and yoga to the corporate workplace. We started this business in order to bring more awareness to corporations for health and wellness. This is a nice perk that they can offer their employees, and it says, hey, we care about your well-being. We look forward to bringing massage therapy and yoga into your corporate workplace.
And there you see part of the construction, part of the expansion for the El Camino Hospital here in beautiful Mountain View, California. And on a beautiful day, you're watching a pretty good baseball game. 6-1 Lancers. All their scoring was done in the first 2 innings. Grizzlies got their lone run in the 4th. And Connor Lowe has just been doing an absolute beautiful job of keeping the Lancers off the board last 2 innings. If he can do a third, that'll be very good going into the 6th and 7th, last 2 innings here in high school ball. And Ryan Ryan Higgins leading off. Higgins singled last time up.
Number 3, Ryan Higgins.
And he's 1 for 2 on the day. This field's still playing smaller than it seems, and it goes out to 380 in the deepest part of the yard. But the wind has definitely been helping today. It's playing a lot smaller. And the first pitch from Lowe is in the dirt outside, ball 1. Lowe 2.1 innings so far and has absolutely shut down the Lancers from scoring. Second pitch is a big cut and a miss from Higgins. Higgins, one of the seniors on this team, and there are a lot of them. Hopefully he's doing a good job. That pitch is hit to right field. That's going to be taken by Tyler Colson, 1 out. Colson got a little turnaround on it, but still managed to catch it. And now back up to Peter Halpin.
Coming to plate, center fielder number 14.
Halpin reached on an error. 4-3. A single his last time up. So 1 for 2. Against Lowe. First pitch is a curveball, and that's a good pitch. Shadows now are definitely going to be helping the batter. It's transition from the light to the dark. I've had this a couple places at fields where just where the sun is at this time, and it's nasty. Halpin calls time. Trying to disrupt Connor Lowe has been extremely good as a junior. Second pitch is a fastball, and that's called for strike 2. Lowe came in after Chimenti went only 1.2 and gave up 6 runs and has just shut down the Lancers since then. That pitch, and that's lined into right field. Coming on, and what a catch out there. Tyler Colson with a diving grab to Rob Halpin. And you just got to tip your cap. That's just excellent defensive play right there by Tyler Colson.
Shortstop, number 2, Izzy Galindo.
So now Galindo will be hitting. Last time Galindo sacrificed, and the time before that he sacrificed. So 2 sacrifices, like to get a hit here. First pitch is outside. Galindo, both of the sacrifices actually help get opportunities for the Lancers to score a run. Second pitch in the dirt, and that gets by Connor Lawrence to the backstop. Lillard in his 3rd full inning of work. Behind to Galindo 2-0. And the lefty kicks and deals. And that's another pitch outside and low. Couple off-speed pitches here have not been kind. So low, so he's going to have to go to the fastball here, 3-0. Risk facing Jeffries, who's had a heck of a day, and that's ball 4, so he does go to the fastball and ends up walking Galindo. And now the pitcher, the man who is probably going to be the story of the day, and that's Ryan Jeffries. Double in the first to score a run, a fielder's choice in the second, and then a 6-3 last time up. But the double scored a run, and the fielder's choice was a pretty close one at first. Looks, and the first pitch is a called strike. And 2 outs with Jeffrey up. No one in the bullpen throwing for the Lancers. They're going to ride Jeffries as long as they can. Low looking at Galindo, kicks and deals. The second pitch is outside.
Georgia, you want your water?
And we might see Galindo taking off here. I mean, they are up 5, but everywhere matters. And the way Lowe has been pitching, you definitely want to get a guy in scoring position for your 4-hitter, and Josh Picola, who hit a home run, a mammoth shot over the first. Runner going, and the throw is too late to get him. Galindo with a stolen base, and it's 2-1 to Jeffries. Lawrence did a good job of blocking it, but couldn't get it out of his glove. A hit here would be very good, because then you can't really not pitch to Picola at that point, and that's a called strike too. Now, an interesting scenario, I think, for Coach Ward would be, should Jeffries get on, hit by pitcher single, and they can't send Galindo, are they going to have to pitch to Picola? That's an excellent take there. So count full. And would they walk Picola should Jeffries get on via the base on balls? He'll not home run back in the first, and they've just pitched around him since then. I can't complain, and that's ball 4. So now here we go. Interesting bit of scenario. Are they going to intentionally walk Picola with 2 on? Because you got Sperling right after him, and Sperling has a nice single. Actually, 2 nice singles.
First base, number 21, Michael Leahy.
And now they're going to pinch run for Jeffries. Michael Leahy going in for Jeffries. So Jeffries' night is done. But hey, 5 innings, and Picola gets a nice hit. And that kicks away, and that's going to be another run. So Picola with a single. They decided to pitch to him. 2 intentional walks, a single and a home run. And it's now 7-1 Lancers. And that's a good job. And now Elijah Ricks is going to be going in for Cole Sperling. Ricks, the 5'9", 185 junior outfielder. I believe he's out of Pacifica, California. He almost went to the Little League World Series a handful of years ago. I don't know who the bigger story is for the Lancers right now. Is it Picola with the home run and the single to drive in the run, or is it Jeffries with a 5 absolute shutdown innings and only giving up 1 run? And Ricks takes that first pitch for a ball. Big boy, and he hits a shot into the gap in left center. That's going to get down, and that's going to roll the wall. 1 run in. They are sending Picola. He's going to score standing up. 9-1 on the double by Elijah Ricks. Now Cooper Ford schedules a bat, but is Coach McGuire going to send up a pinch hitter? Oh, my bad. Sorry, Maurice Wilmer. And then Cooper Ford. And now we have a substitution. Trevor Holman, 6'3", 215, the junior, coming into pitch. So Lowe is done with 4 full innings and only 3 runs given up again. So we'll be back after this. And if you're back, so Huffman finishing up his warm-up pitches, and Mason Conroy scheduled to come in for the Lancers. And Conroy, 6'2", 215 junior. He's a big boy, big and strong. Similar, actually, in build to Huffman. Same build, tall, large, big forearms, big legs. What the scouts call a traditional pitcher look. Unfortunately, if he was a lefty, he would probably be even considered even scarier. See how Huffman deals. First pitch, that's a hard, that's a hard fastball. Nice save by Lawrence. Bottom 5 here in Mountain View. Huffman having to work some trouble in his second pitch. That's a nice changeup right there. Wilmer out in front. Even the count up at 1-1. Ricks on second. Hit a booming double to get a couple runs in. And Wilmer trying that on. My mistake. That's a soft curveball from Huffman. I think they call that a balloon curveball. That's what Madison Bumgarner will break out occasionally. Absolutely no speed on it. And Wilmer, after seeing a couple of hard ones, was not ready. So Huffman working on the strikeout. And a big curveball. Strike 3 called. Wilmer taking all the way. Not happy with himself after that. But Huffman gets him out. And gets out of the inning. So it's a 9-1 lead. Conroy coming in. And we will be back. And a new pitcher coming in for the Lancers, the 5'8", 160 Jackson Yandel. Conroy still warming in the pen. Wonder if you're going to see him in the 7th. And the first pitch hit right on the ground. Throw to first. And they got Colson for the first out. Oh, never mind. They pinch hit it, so Golden grounded out.
Number 15, Trevor Huffman.
Now Trevor Huffman. 1 out here in the 6th. 9-1 lead for the Lancers. Yandel, no sleeves, high stirrups. Short for a pitcher, but he really brings the ball. Nice curveball. That's taken for ball 1. Huffman, when he's not pitching, plays third base, so a bit of a nice change up there for Yandel. And that's for a strike. Working a little bit slower. That's just inside. 2-1. Those shadows really going to start playing tricks with the hitter. Ball's going in and then out. Second pitch right on the corner. Good pitch from Yandel. 2-2 count on Huffman. Big and strong right-handed. A big curveball reached for and fouled back. If Huffman can get on, Rochelle's right after him, and then Brian Pella after him. So Yandel just trying to get it to the 7th. That's a line drive, and that's through for a hit. Huffman with a nice single. And now we're up to Tanner Rochelle. Rochelle a single last time.
Now batting number 16, Hayden Fuller.
And a substitution. Hayden Fuller coming in for Rochelle. Another big righty. First pitch in the dirt. Nice mother by Cooper Ford.
You're right on one. Here we go. Way to go, Coop.
One man on, one out. Bears trying to get any runs they can against a very impressive Lancer team. Second pitch is a called strike. Nice curveball there. And Yandel just being the setup man right now. Not a bad idea. That's a nice pitch. And Fuller talking to himself after that. Huffman on first, 1-2, 1 out, 9-1 Lancers. Important non-league game. Here's a 1-2, and Fuller fights that off. Still trying to get the timing down on Yandel, who's bringing it for a 5'8" pitcher. And he's a senior this year, too. He's doing an excellent job. Yeah, that ball's hit to center. Plenty of room, and that's easily taken by Petey Halpin, and 2 down. So Fuller gone, now we get Brian Pella. And actually, he's going to be pinch hit for, and they're bringing in Andy Ha. Coach McGuire bringing in a lot of players who normally wouldn't be starting, but when you're 9-1 up, you can afford to bring in a couple, and he's doing that. And that first pitch, a nice off-speed pitch for a called strike. And I'm pretty sure Coach Ward at this point is just trying to get everyone a little bit of playing time. Grizzlies have done pretty well. 6 hits, just only the 1 run to show for it. Second pitch, another curveball, and that's taken for strike 2. Jackson Yandel doing an excellent job. And for the Grizzlies, I mean, a bit of a hike up from San Ramon, but they did okay. They're actually doing a pretty good job. Third curveball up and in, taken by Ha. 1-2 count. And Coach Ward said his pitching was just as good. And I have to say this much, Connor Lowe showed it. I mean, couple innings, only 3 runs given up, and it was shutting down until the last part. But now Yandel trying to finish it off. And that's just off the plate for a ball, 2-2. And they see one of the assistant coaches for the Lancers calling out the pitch. Yandel kicks and deals another curveball, roll to third. Plenty of time, strong throw, and they got Kevin Kmack with a nice throw. End of the threat going to the bottom of the 6th here at Bradford Stadium. 9-1 Lancers.
Top of the 6th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base.
Bottom of the 6th, John Wilson pinch hitting for Cooper Ford. So his night's done. He's done very well. Left-handed, wearing number 13, facing Huffman. The first pitch is a little low. No one throwing right now in the Lancer pen, so I'm wondering if Yandel is going to go out to finish the night. Wilson 5'9", 155, second pitch in the dirt. And that's blocked by Kyle Boucher, who's come in to replace Connor Lawrence. Third pitch very high, ball 3. Huffman missing by a lot. Three-0 take is almost automatic for Wilson at this point. And that's a get-me-over pitch, and that's called strike. Those shadows really going to start playing tricks with a hitter, as Huffman's almost completely backlit. And a mighty cut there from Wilson. He fouls it off. So counts run full. Wilson, senior, infielder, 5'9", 155. Facing Huffman, the 6'3", 215 junior. Huffman taking a long look in. Has the sign he wants. Lifts, steals, and that's up high, ball 4. So Wilson works a walk. Here come the Lancers again. Couple of trips in the first, second, and 5th innings to account for their 9 runs.
Third baseman.
And now Kevin Kmack going to be batting. And that's a nice play, a double play ball, nothing doing, and don't even get him a second. Knocked it down, nice play from Mendoza, but couldn't get it to Ha in time. And the Lancers have first and second with nobody out. And Ryan Higgins' night's done as well. And they're bringing in Jacob Baker. So a walk and an error and 2 on for Huffman to deal with. And Huffman steps off. Wasn't liking what he was seeing. Baker with a chance to put the final nail in the coffin for the Lancers. Curveball drops low from Huffman. And for Coach Ward, especially for the Grizzlies, definitely an indication of when they later face De La Salle of how it's probably going to be. Very uphill grind. Huffman, that's low and in another ball. 2-0 here for Baker. Anything close, he's got to have the green light. Looks back at the runner at second and deals, and that's up high, ball 3. Huffman not finding the zone right now. And that's definitely hurting him right now. So 3-0 automatic, and that's a fastball right there from Huffman. A little bit of a get me over. 3-1 pitch upcoming. Huffman and fouled right into the Lancer dugout. His teammates chirping at him not to hit one back over there. Hit it towards the other team, not towards them. So Baker's worked it from 3-0 to 3-2. Huffman's got to have a little bit of momentum coming to that. Looks back, deals, and strike 3 called. Baker can't believe it. And that's a strikeout looking for Baker, and now we're back to the top of the order in Halpin.
Coming to the plate, center fielder number
Halpin flew out to right last time on an excellent play by Tyler Colson. So 1 out for Huffman. And a ground ball in order would be very good. First pitch taken for a ball. Halpin reached on an error in the first. Grounded out to second. Singled. And then flew out to right. So 1 for 3. Second pitch up top. Huffman has the velocity, but hasn't been finding the strike zone much early on. A lot of deep counts, and that's got to be raising the pitch count, and that's exactly what the Lancers are trying to do. 2-0 right here, and that's a pitch, and that's hit, but right at the second baseman, Tahani overthrows, and that's going to be the 10th run of the game for the Lancers on the error by Ha. Wilson comes in to score. And that makes it 10-1 Lancers. And now Izzy Galindo, and he's going to be replaced by Cole Dunn, the 5'10", 175 junior. Long hair flowing out of his black batting helmet with the white gloves on. Nice stirrups. Fastball inside from Huffman. If anyone's looking at Huffman and thinking of picking him up for college, he's got the velocity. He's showing it here. He's got to get that first pitch over for a strike. Second pitch, hit right in the hole, but nice play. And safe all around. Fuller didn't tag Kamak. So that's going to be a single for Dunn. And now Sebastian Paleo.
No, they're not.
Or not. So maybe Coach McGuire thinking about a sub. I have no idea anymore. I can't pick the man's mind. Or maybe he is putting in Palaio. I have no idea. I played with Palaio last year in summer ball. Guy's really nice. Very good player.
Sebastian Palaio.
He's a good guy to have on your team. Soliano gets through his inning of work. No runs. And Palaio, a mighty cut from Huffman for strike 1. Ducks on the pond all around. Second pitch, and that drills Palaio, 11th run of the game for the Lancers. Well, that's one way to get a run in. And Kamak scores. And now you got a pitch to Josh Picola with the bases loaded and only 1 out. And if I'm Coach Ward, I am really looking at a hole right now because he hit 1 out earlier. He got another single. See what happens. First pitch low for Huffman. Bounces away from Boucher. No one's moving. They're going to be playing station to station for the most part now, up by 10. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the fifth, 2 here in the sixth. For the Lancers, an 11-1 game. Second pitch up high, and again, no one moving.
Plate number 25, Josh Vacola.
So 2-0. Huffman in a bit of a bind right now. He throws a strike. Picola is liable to launch one. No batting gloves. Pitch, and that's hit. Shortstop, that hit the runner, and that's going to be an out. So that's 2 outs. And everyone is going to be moving back a base. Run does not score. Absolute shot by Picola. But interference. On Cole Dunn. So base is still loaded. And a bit of a discussion right now between Coach McGuire and the home plate umpire.
Elijah.
So 1 out for Elijah Ricks. 2 down. And the pitch, first pitch, curveball.
At the plate, number 44, Elijah Hicks.
Good take by Ricks. Second pitch is a fastball, and that's rolled over to second. It's a shortstop, last out of the inning. Going to the top of the 7th, last chance for the Orange and Black of California. 11-1, St. Francis on top. And Brian Friedel pinch hitting for Logan Mendoza. Last chance for the Grizzlies, down 10. Mason Conroy in, and first pitch right over the head of Friedel. Conroy listed at 6'2", 215. Bit of a hard thrower. Second pitch even higher over the head.
Brian Friedel.
Friedel easily taking the first 2. Jeffries, 5 innings and 1 run. Yandel, 1 inning, no runs. Now up to Conroy to finish off a bit of a whitewash game. Third pitch, and that's swung on and missed by Friedel. Changed up on him, Conroy did an excellent job. Conroy looking in to Wilson. That's 3-1. Shadows almost entirely enclosing the pitching mound and batting circle. Conroy in the first. That's a foul straight back. Mason Conroy in what's almost the closer's spot, but when you're up 10, you don't really have a closer. You just have a guy to finish it off, and they did not want Yandel to go out for a second inning. Count full, third pitch, and that's hit right to third and off of the third baseman, Kevin Kamak, and that's going to be an error. And a base runner for the Grizzlies. So now the catcher, Kyle Boucher, 5'9", 150 junior, is going to be batting. They took out Lawrence in the 5th or the 6th. Now Boucher with a chance, and a pick off first. Nothing there. Friedel's not going to be moving, not when you're down 10. if California manages to get back into this game. As a nice little bingo hit there by Boucher. So you got first and second. Nobody out. I'm wondering if California managed to get back into this, if they're getting just for pitching. I wonder if they're going to let Huffman finish up or if they're going to go to someone else.
Coming to the plate, number
I'm wondering if they're going to
Sean
go to Josh
Banks.
Giffens. As Banks is now hitting. First pitch to Conroy's, ooh, nice curveball or slider, and he got that over for a quick strike. Last time Banks was up, he K'd swinging. That was a 6th strikeout for Jeffries. Ended up with 8. Banks fouls that straight up. It's actually a covering. Don't see many of those in high school. It's a triangle-shaped net just above the batting circle. And then you got the nets behind and around. Banks quickly in a hole 2. Conroy looking in. Finally gets the sign he wants. Kicks, steals, and that's a nice off-speed pitch. And Banks goes down swinging for the first out. Now from Banks,
Now batting, number 11, Justin Bernard.
we move to Justin Bernard. Last time up, he also K'd looking this time. And a foul ball called by the home plate umpire. Fouled off of Bernard's foot. Runner's gonna have to go back. Oh, 1 Conroy trying to wrap up what is apparently now a 10-1 game. Second pitch in the dirt, nice block. By Ford. This pitch fastball outside. Kicks and deals, and that's just up top. 3-1. Conroy in danger of loading the bases with 1 out. Leaving it up to Balaza. And then after him, Huffman. Shirt unbuttoned right at the top. Conroy kicks and deals, and that's ball 4 up top. Cooper 4 going out to talk to Conroy right now. An error single. Banks K'd, now a walk. And now Mark Balaza, the 5'9", 170 junior's walking up, batting lefty. He can knock in a couple right now. Trying to get the Grizzlies back. And he calls time. Conroy was taking a bit of his time to get set. Conroy not getting the signs he wants right now. Finally has something he likes. Kicks, deals, and that's a fastball. And that's a little bit of a hit. Blooper. Halpin's right there. They're tagging, only a fake. That's 2 outs. Conroy was doing the job of wrapping this game up. And now Asher Golden coming in.
Coming to the plate, number 4, Asher Golden.
Colson. And he fouls that viciously back to the screen. Last time up, Golden grounded out to Galindo. Golden with a 3/4 sleeves, white batting gloves. Conroy kicks and deals, and that's a curveball off the outside for a ball. Many in this crowd have already left, as they think that the game's over. But we're not done until that last out's recorded. And Conroy trying to wrap it up. Looking into his catcher, Connor Ford, and he's come back right to Mason Conroy. Throw to first. In time, and that's your ball game. Lancers have won. Final stats for the losing Grizzlies. 1 run on 7 hits. They committed 4 errors. For the victorious Lancers, 10 runs, 11 hits. They committed 2 errors. The winner is Ryan Jeffries. Loser goes to Cole Chimenti. As the teams do their final handshake line, I'd like to thank everyone who's helped us out, directed by Tyler Weiss. Tim Erkson has done the camera work. Orlando Montez has also done some of the camera work for us. I'm CJ Rulo, and I'm signing off from Chris Bradford Stadium, and have a happy rest of your day, everybody.